NBC's Tom Costello is in Washington this morning. He's taking a look at the dangers that these kinds of fertilizer plants may pose. Tom, good morning to you.
Hey, Matt, good morning. You know, some of the witnesses have said that it sounded like and it felt like the bomb that went off at the Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City back in 1995. And remember, that was, of course, a fertilizer-based bomb. Not saying that this was a bomb, but this was a fertilizer plant. These are very difficult fires to fight. I've talked to veteran fire commanders this morning who say that fires involving ammonium nitrate are volatile and unpredictable. This explosion that occurred after firefighters were working the fire was said to rain embers and shrapnel and debris down on them. The firefighter's Bible for responding to a chemical fire of any sort is the Emergency Responder's Guide, and it says that if the ammonium nitrate fire is in a tanker, like a rail tanker, a radius of half a mile should be evacuated, and firefighters should flood it with water from a distance, and hose positions should be unmanned. What we don't know this morning is what other chemicals might have been involved once that fire seemed to spread from one building to another, and how those buildings would and how those chemicals then would react to the water. Foam is generally used in petroleum type fires. The goal is to put a layer of foam on top of that and then prevent the vapors from igniting. That's not what happened here, we don't believe. By the way, the OSHA guide for dealing with ammonia fires warns that containers of ammonia could explode in the heat and the fire, and firefighters should cool the containers from the sides with water. So a lot of talk about whether firefighters did the right thing. We simply don't know.
Well, Tom, let me interrupt for a second, because I'm looking at a report in DallasNews.com from the Dallas Morning News, and it talks about the fact there were 54,000 pounds of anhydrous ammonia on site here. That's according to a filing with the EPA from the company. And down at the bottom it says emergency responders should not mix water used for firefighting directly with anhydrous ammonia, as this will result in warming the product, causing the liquid to turn into a vapor cloud. So should they use water or should they not use water?
And I will tell you that the veteran fire commanders I've talked to this morning can only speak about ammonium nitrate as it relates to anhydrous ammonia. That is something that's not particularly clear this morning. We are told that this is a volunteer fire department that responded to this call. They, in many cases, can be just as well trained as paid teams and paid firefighters, but we don't know specifically what their training was and what their instructions were for dealing with this kind of a fire.
I'm sure we're going to be hearing more from that fire department throughout the day. Tom Costello in Washington. Tom, thank you very much.